Well, back courtside, Mark Daniels joined by head coach Donnie Jones as UCF wins it by a score of 58-50. You always say you take ugly wins, they end up being beautiful. This was about as ugly of a start as you could have. And I know you're proud the way your team rebounded and got a nice win, Donnie.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the road's hard, Mark, and you always worry about getting off to a slow start. And I thought our team was ready to go. I thought we were really focused. You know, we had some shots that didn't go down early on. And Tulane, you know, as most home teams do, they come fired up, ready to play. And we dug ourselves a hole. And when you dig yourself a big lead against a team like Tulane, it's not taking a lot of shots and working clock. It's hard to come back from. But I told our team in those timeouts, hey, we got plenty of time. Let's grind it out. We're going to get back in the game with defense. So I thought our guys did a good job. We tied it up there in the first half and obviously kept competing.
It's a game, Donnie, you mentioned the start. You hit the first basket, then miss your next 9. You're 1 for 10, and you can easily kind of fold, and yet you just kind of found yourself saying, okay, as bad as we played, it was 16-9, it's 20-19. You had to say to yourself and team, guys, look, we're right there, even though you ended up being down 7. What were your thoughts at the half of that moment?
Well, I thought we didn't play very well, and I thought they played pretty good. And I told our team at halftime, the good news is we're still in the game. It's a 3-possession game, and we played nowhere with the toughness we need to. We played nowhere with the defensive intensity. I had to go to zone, which kept us alive in the first half. And I said, I'm not playing zone in the second half. We're going to play man-to-man. And we came out, I thought, there and established it with Calvin early on. I thought he did a terrific job on Tarrant here tonight. I mean, Tarrant had 10 points, but
he just had the 1-3 late in the game in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. So we stuck Calvin on him and kept him there, shadowing him all over the place. And we was trying to force some other guys to score. And, you know, obviously Josh Davis is a mismatch guy, but, you know, he's going to get his points. Somebody was going to get him. And so I thought we did a good job on the other ones. And I thought that Casey Wilson gave us a great lift off the bench, Mark, and I thought he played with that toughness, but I've been talking to him about, and I thought he was aggressive in the post and did a lot of nice things for us.
He did stuff that seemed to have a ripple effect on other players because he was hungry, aggressive, smart with the basketball. He seemed to be the guy that I thought kind of got Z going and then kind of took over in the second half. But Casey's play kind of, I thought, got your team back in and then gave you a comfort zone with the lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that, you know, we got the lead, and I thought Casey made some big moves, got a big offensive rebound there for a putback. But, you know, we held him to 35%, Mark, and we shot 35% ourselves. Wouldn't shoot a high percentage tonight. You know, only had 4 threes in the game, but we held them to 4 threes, which I thought was important. And anytime you can hold a team to 35%, you got a chance to win from a defensive standpoint. Tonight, we did that with defense.
You told me you're going to have to live with some turnovers by Isaiah Sykes, and sometimes he makes a poor decision, but he's going to make up for it. And, Donnie, when you needed a guy to take over, he took over in the second half. You went to him low post. He scored 7 straight points to stretch that lead out to 11 and made big play after big play late in the game for you.
Yeah, well, we had to switch it. You know, I started looking down the stretch. Who could we find the mismatch with? And, you know, the way they're playing Keith. So I brought Keith out on the perimeter, and we went 4 round 1. We put Z on the block, and we just started screening and popping and trying to isolate Z to space that zone, or not zone out, but it's like a zone with the way they play man-to-man, so we could get some one-on-one plays with Z, and he made some great scores around the basket.
You touched a little bit. I'm asking you to expand more. The defense in the second half, you held them very low percentage. What did you do different in the first half? Was it something you changed, or just, I mean, I know you went to man, but what did they do better defensively?
Well, I thought we went out with a different edge. You know, I thought we were just playing passive, and I didn't think we were playing with to go take the game. It's just like we're going to show up and win this thing. And this team's 12-1 in this building, and they've had some good victories, and you get veterans out there, so they play with a lot of pride at home like most teams do. And so, you know, they realized there in the second half they had a fight on their hands, and I'm really proud of how we stepped up to the challenge. Wasn't no excuses being made in the locker room, and realized that guys knew everybody in there had to take another step in the second half.
Road victories tough to come by. As you mentioned, tough place to play. Your team has really handled late game situations well. You want them to grow and learn every game. The message out of tonight is what?
Yeah, well, I think that you got to come out and start well. And I thought we took too many threes to start the game, and you got to come out with an edge and make sure you're not having to play from behind. It's hard to play from behind on the road, but I think the message in the positive way is that defense wins, and we talk about that. And they found out tonight with a different edge, it gave us a chance to win the game.
It's a tough week now for your team. We head home tomorrow, go back on the road. Marshall lost at home tonight to SMU. Really not in the game much at all, so they're going to be angry, hungry, and stuff like that. But I know your team's focused. What's next and what lies ahead? A quick thought on Saturday.
Yeah, we'll come back tomorrow and get a quick film, quick lift, walk through a couple things, rest, get ready, practice for Marshall, go in there. You know, Marshall's picked second in this league here behind Memphis. They're as talented as anybody in our league, and I know that it'll be a tough game. Obviously, us going back there, playing against them. Tom Herron's a good coach, so that'll be a tough challenge for us on Saturday.
You learn every game. They're not the prettiest. I know you like your team because of the way they handle adversity, and I would imagine some point tonight you're going to take a deep breath and say, wasn't pretty, but my team fought tonight to get a win, right?
No, absolutely. I don't know any ugly victories, Mark. I thought our guys did a great job in other areas, and there's no perfect way. We're young, and we just got to find ways to win, and we have different people that stepped up tonight. You know, Isaiah had 9 rebounds. Keith had 10 rebounds. And, you know, I just thought there were some big moments there for a lot of guys.
Nice win for the Knights. Back with more in a moment of the UCF IMG Sports Network.